I'm sure you've heard of the concept of dopamine detoxing, or at least resetting your brain for success. I'm sure you've seen a lot of videos on it, and I just want you to understand how it's actually possible. Because right now, I know you're looking at these captions right here, the ones that are dancing, that have emojis, that have different text parts being highlighted. I want you just to ignore that because that's a great example of how this actually works. Because you're looking at these captions only to be stimulated and not for informational purposes. You probably don't need it to understand what I'm saying, but you're still looking at them just to have that stimulation because the rest of this frame is extremely boring. It's just one person talking and a pretty much white background except for like this. But that's all that's happening right now. So you need the captions for stimulation. That's why all TikToks and Instagram Reels and YouTube Shorts have them. So start thinking of content as more of an experience rather than just stimulation. The problem really starts when you only open up YouTube Shorts or whatever vertical scrolling platform just for stimulation. Because that's when you don't really care about what you're watching anymore. It's just about the fact that you are watching something. You just want to be watching something, and it's not for the sake of what you're watching. An example of this would be a lot of people like to watch YouTube while they eat. And I have to admit, it's an amazing feeling watching a great video while eating a good meal. But at a certain point, people stop thinking about what they're watching and just want to have something on to eat with. That's dangerous because then you get the association. So when you have things like that, where you don't really care about what you're doing and just want the stimulation, that's what starts this problem of needing to reset your brain because you've got to such a high threshold of stimulation, I guess. When you reset your brain for success, all that really means is just lowering your baseline dopamine level. That means needing less stimulants or stimulation to be stimulated. Let me explain. So, if you're a drug addict, if you get very addicted to a drug, let's say, then after a certain amount of time, your body's going to build up a resistance to it. So you're going to need more and more of it to reach the same high that you did in the beginning. You've probably experienced that with video games. The first time you ever played a video game when you were, what, 7, 8, 9 maybe? Like a proper video game. I don't mean like something on your iPad, like a console game or a computer game. Like one that has progression and you can get addicted to. Those kind of games. In the beginning, it seems so fun, right? But then as you start growing up and developing along with the games that you're playing, you started to not really enjoy them as much and you think of it more as progression. This happened to me with Fortnite because I got super addicted to like ranking up and leveling up. And Fortnite had this ranked mode called Arena, which I used to really play back in the day. And I got to whatever the highest rank, the highest league, and I found no joy in the game apart from just like the progression. And then it becomes like anything else. To me, it became work. It became obviously still more enjoyable than like hard work, but I didn't enjoy it as much as I used to. So that's the problem. Our problem is we tend to overconsume things to get to the point where we don't really want them anymore. So the way I would recommend you try and fix this problem, I guess, is slowly try and taper off the amount that you consume. Right now, you're probably consuming YouTube for maybe an hour and a half a day, maybe, I'm guessing, just because you clicked on this video. Probably less though. That is quite a bit. Like, if you're already into this, I guess, self-improvement sort of space. But I think it's very important to understand, like, to have an accurate understanding of the situation you're in right now. So even if you spend 3 hours a day, 4 hours a day watching YouTube, that's not really much of a problem because you know it's very easy to fix. All you have to do is stop watching it. It's not that hard. But I guess it kind of is hard to fill your time with other stuff. Anyway, basically what I'm saying is I just want to try and basically what you need to do is slowly taper off how much you're watching YouTube essentially. If right now let's say you're watching 2 hours a day, try and limit it tomorrow to an hour and a half or an hour 45, whatever. You can figure that out. You don't need me to explain how to taper it out. But just try your best to limit it because it can get quite excessive at times. And then YouTube becomes more than just entertainment. It starts to become a requirement in your life. Like you'll need it while you're eating, you'll need it if you're not doing any work. Eventually it might even take over your work. So just try and slow down on whatever your vice is. It might not just be YouTube, it could be TikTok, Instagram. I really hope it isn't, but it might be. And basically the way to reset your brain for success is to try and find enjoyment in the small things in life. Try and enjoy going for a walk. Go for like a 20-30 minute walk. No headphones, no music, nothing. It might sound super easy to do, but for a lot of people it's quite difficult because they're always used to having that stimulation. I think it's a great exercise to try and, I didn't mean, the pun wasn't intended, but it's great exercise, and it's a great exercise to try and test your attention span, I guess, but also how comfortable you are with yourself, because a lot of people find it quite difficult to be alone with themselves for that much time, really. So I really recommend trying something like that. That's probably my biggest tip for, you know, resetting your mind. But apart from that, I think you can easily manage it by cutting down content consumption and just spending more time in the real world without any sort of like artificial digital stimulation. I hope this video helped you and it wasn't just another one of your videos that you're going to watch and you're going to watch 10 more after this. I hope it made you kind of think about what you're really doing watching this video, whether you really care about what I have to say or you just watch this video for the stimulation. I'm guessing it wasn't a stimulation because it's not a very stimulating video, but you never know. I hope this video helped you. If it did, then please subscribe and comment and stuff. Please comment, actually. It really mean a lot if you could comment anything. We'd love to get in touch with you guys and hear about what's going on in your life, what you think of this video, because that's what we're really trying to do here, create a community of people who can help each other and just basically try and improve themselves together in a good way while being good people, I guess. Anyway, this video is quite long and I really appreciate the fact that you've been able to watch till the end, because it's like 7 minutes now. So I really hope you enjoyed it and I'm proud of you for being able to watch to the end.